On this episode of Automotive Insight, today's repair is a 2011 Mercedes ML350. Customer states the vehicle doesn't start. Upon further diagnosing, starter's bad, so that's what we're going to replace. Let's get to it. So we go to start it and nothing happens. So let's check out the starter underneath the vehicle. So we're on the passenger side of the engine is where the starter's at. With our power probe, we're going to manually engage the starter. And nothing's happening, it's not clicking. So we're going to do one more test. We're going to see if it is getting a signal when we turn the key. So we're going to hook up some wires and test it that way. So we're going to start working on removing the starter. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery. There's a plastic cover. There's like two plastic covers and a vent underneath the passenger seat. It is a 10 millimeter bolt to loosen the negative cable. So when we're going to separate the exhaust, the bolt head is an E12 Torx, and then the nut is a 13 millimeter. I'm going to have to get the torch out. This is going to break, so see if we can't loosen them with a heat wrench. We got our bolts loose without breaking them. So now we're going to remove the bracket from the transmission instead of just a single bolt. That way it just gives us a little extra room. There's two E12 Torx. Next, we're going to remove the upper exhaust flange. It is an E12. It is a 12 Torx. So we got it out. It was kind of hard to film. It required both of us doing it. But on the upper bracket, you need to undo these two clips for the upper O2 sensor. We gotten our two bolts out up front, and then we disconnected the exhaust hanger, and that allowed us to pry the exhaust back, separate it from the midsection, lowered it down, and out it came. I did take off the other side. I did manage to break that bolt. So that was also a 12 millimeter E-Torx, so, or an E12. That was also disconnected. Let's take off that other 10 millimeter nut there from that shield and see if that comes off. So we took off this other one earlier. We're going to take off the other one and see if that releases the shield from the starter. There we go. Okay, we got our starter hanging down. Now we'll move the S terminal and the B plus terminal. Okay, our S terminal is a 10 millimeter. Our B plus is a 13 millimeter. There it is. Okay, we got our new, it's a remanufactured starter. This is a Bosch brand, which it says Bosch is the OE manufacturer. Hopefully we have some good service out of this one. We'll get our S terminal put back on. So we also put our part of our heat shield back on. You can put it on the side and that just slides under. And then we'll put our starter back into place. We didn't get to film all of it because basically we angled the starter down and put the nose in first and then pushed it up that way. The issue is the cable design and wants to push the cable against the motor mount bracket. The Bosch remanufactured starter had a double nut on the B plus terminal. That pushed the wire closer to the block, made it where we couldn't get it in. So we took the nut off. I put a washer in front of it and just put a single nut on the back side of it. So just keep that in mind. Take off the secondary nut and it should go in a lot easier. Did have to bend the tab or the B plus terminal to make it even pull it back further away. It was just a really tight fit. Put our heat shield back on. We'll leave that loose. Reconnect our O2 sensors. We'll reconnect the upper exhaust flange. That's not the correct nut. Okay, we got the rest of the exhaust bolted up, and then we'll tighten up its bracket. We'll reconnect our battery. I'm not going to put the plastics back on because I got other stuff to do to this. But now it should start. Ready?
Yep.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up the Mercedes. I didn't film putting those plastic pieces back in because I have yet to got them back in correctly. So good luck trying to figure that out. It's two plastic pieces and a vent. It is quite the puzzle. But anyway, the starter sounds a whole lot better even when this vehicle was working. For the past couple years, I've always thought it started very sluggishly, but it always started. This time around, it just completely went out. The starter itself costed about $350 and labor cost for 3 hours. But anyway, hope this video helped. I may not have all your answers. Hopefully I had some. That being said, see you on the next one.
Said I'll pick you up at 8. You probably won't be awake. Call yourself an Uber, babe. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I know what we forgot.